I'm gonna show you guys how to make this extending arm monster claw here. Let's get to it. This is what we need. We're gonna start off with some foam core that I had. Pro tip, you can use cardboard. We're just gonna cut some strips. So I'm gonna measure up from the edge here to 1.5 inches. Make a little mark there, measure up 1.5 inches. Now, let's draw that line. Back to the knives again. We're gonna cut this line. Again, keep your fingers, don't put them past that line as you're cutting through. Make sure they're on the side or behind the blade as you're cutting it. Let's go ahead and repeat this. I'm gonna use this as my template now. We're gonna make 2 of these. There we go. We have our 2 strips. They're the same. They're pretty close to being the same. It's important that they're relatively accurate. I'm gonna cut this now into 5-inch sections. You don't have a square, it's a Healy square right there. And then we're gonna cut this. We want them all to be the same. This part is important. This length is very important. Take it, put it on top here, make it flush on this side. I'm gonna use a Sharpie. And I'm gonna cut on that side of the line there. Set that one aside. I'm gonna use the same one to measure all my pieces. Make sure it's flush there, Sharpie. Flush there. Now I have all these pieces. We're gonna use our ruler. We're gonna measure in 1/2 inch. You want it in the center here and then 1/2 inch from here. We're gonna do that to the other side, right there. Then we need one more hole, which is in the middle. Pop quiz, these are 5 inches long. What's the 1/2 of 5? There's a Healy one, it's 2.5. So we're gonna make a mark at 2.5 inches. So now we have our 3 marks. We're only gonna mark one of them. We grab our little nail here that we had. This is perfect for this. Get these organized. Let's organize everything, children. Okay, organize. I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna poke a hole, poke a hole, poke a hole, like that. This is now our template to make everything the same. Flush it up on one side there. That way if it's inconsistent, these will all be the same. And then push down to the next one. And now we have these holes that are all lining up. This is important. And then we just do it to all of them. This is an assembly line. Okay. So now we have all these pieces here and all these holes should line up pretty perfectly, which is great. Move on to the next step. Shrink. These are called round head fasteners. In case you're wondering, you try to Google, where do I find those things? You go to Staples, I need to find these things. Let's start with the first one. And we're going to put the round head fastener through the middle one. Shrink like that. It should look like this. Don't open those up yet. Now, we're going to put that through the center of the other one. That goes through there. Look at that. As you're going, you can fold these down. We're only gonna go through these 2 layers, so go ahead and fold those down. Perfect. From here, we're going to grab another round head fastener and we're gonna put it through this one. It should look something like this. And then fold your round head fastener down, your shiny brass thing. The back should look like this. They can be in any configuration, that doesn't matter. Need another one of these guys, so let's go ahead and grab this one. Put it right through there at the end. Either side doesn't matter, they're the same, remember? Remember, children? And then this goes through that one right there. And fold the back. Grab another fastener. This one's going to go in the middle. Go through the center of the one that's below it. And fold it over. At this point, we can actually test and see how it's working. If we grab both of these ends, we can see how it will open, it'll extend as we do this. I'm gonna go through the back, the first hole on the end there. I'm gonna go through this hole right here. And let's fold it back. Now we look like this. I'm gonna take the last one. I'm gonna go through this hole right there. Flip this guy over because we're going white on that side, and we're gonna go through the end right there. And fold it over. Now we have to connect the middle here, those two. So just fold them over, push that through, boom. Now you could make this as long as you want. I am not making it very much longer. In fact, I'm not making it any longer. That's it. So now you have your Extend-O-Matic here. What we're really missing at this point is the fun part of this. So we're going to add some sort of closing mechanism here. And I got an idea. Let's check it out. I'm gonna lay this on top of here, extend it out like that. The reason I'm gonna do that is because I want to mark on here where these holes are. And I want it in its furthest extended position. This is the closed position. So now I have both of these marks. From here, I can draw basically whatever it is that I want. So let's cut this out. There we go. One side down here, and the other side is going to go on top. Now once you get those lined up, we can go ahead and poke another hole. We're going to do, there's a 2-for hole for these guys right here, and you can, I'm putting them right there, really wherever. It's gonna kind of lock those jaws in place, and then we just push through. Come out through the back. Remember to line these, remember to line them up. If they're not lined up right, they're gonna be a little bit silly. There we go. And now we got ourselves some awesome claws. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit cooler. Now we have our awesome monster claws. It's super simple, super fun. These are a fun little project to do. Hope you guys enjoy these. Keep building, guys.